Holy smokes, did you see that? Anyways, it's not dusty out today, but if you understand what a little sprinkle of rain does, puts everything right down. I have a lot of problems in my tent. So, of course, I don't have a house, I'm in a tent. And last night my feet were having problems. See, but I don't understand why my feet are not having problems today because I have the same blankets, right? Same area. So what I'm getting at is I forgot the sugar. So when you forget the sugar, you gotta go get some. Oh, my leg is hurting really bad. And when I got off the bus, so I seen this woman. She came up. Well, first she kissed her kids goodbye. And she turned around and was walking. She was walking right in front of me. And I was like, "Jeez, look at that. You can almost see her panty lines, you know." And then I was like, wow. Because she had white pants on, right? So I was like looking at her butt. And then the bus spit a big black chunk on her pants. And I was like, I seen it. And I was like, holy crap. And I turned around and looked and I said, it could have been anybody getting off the bus, but it wasn't, I'm pretty sure. So, how does that work? If the bus does it, somebody triggers it, right? So who triggers the freaking thing? And then second of all, who do you blame? Who do you blame? So somebody was being a bastard or whatever it was, obviously seen her on the video, and decided to blame me? Or blame somebody? Blaming somebody is a big deal, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm in a hurry. Can you tell? So, I turned around and I got the bus number, which is 457, which obviously has an internet service on it. Now, is that a game? I'm saying it is. I'm saying it's a game. And what else I'm saying is it kills people. Now, that doesn't kill people. What kills people is the game. Okay, I'm going to try this. I have to try this, I guess. Dust. Listen, that's a Starbucks deal. Dust. I already tried it. So, her pants are no good. And then as I was walking backwards, there was another lady with white pants too, which I never looked, and I guess I didn't care, but I need to wash clothes. Going back to me. So my hand's going numb and my whole side's going numb, and I can feel the stuff on the side of my head. So I think somebody was shooting something into the side of me. I'm in a tent. That's not the problem. The problem is, things are happening all over town. I see people that are all beat up, little tiny marks and stuff. Now, how does that happen? That's what I said. Spiders. Spiders. And depending upon the spider, you either get poop in the pile or poop not in the pile. Now, how do you get red marks? That must be about the same thing. How do you get rid of them? Stridex. You use Stridex. Well, Stridex is for acne. And make sure when you're at the cash register and you buy it, you wave at the camera. I don't know if that'll help, but it's a thing that helps get rid of stuff like that. Oh, I'm this morning. Dust. So you go into Starbucks, get 2 cake pops. There's only 2 left, and you'll say, "Stand alone in dust, or dust stand alone." Wow. I understand that. No cream in that. Anyways, that should be replaced. Maybe, guys, I won't tell you how to replace it, but somebody that can pay for it. So my whole side's hurting and all this stuff, and then my hands get numb, and it's kind of weird. So, how do you do that? How do you hit just my hand? Sometimes the right, sometimes the left, so it's kind of. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. There is a way to do that, and somebody's doing it, and somebody's being an asshole to me. Somebody's running through my accounts. Someone's stealing money from me. Now, they steal money very easy because it's a push and go back deal. So they give me 5, then it goes back, so it's actually the same number. Morning. But the same number is like green and then black. So, because the green is a plus and the black is a minus. But my numbers still don't work. Since I'm so poor, out of work, and have no bills, well, I'm dead almost. I keep my account very tight, like between $3 and $15. 30 payday. Pay your rent with that, buddy. Anyways, so my account never comes out. I'm always freaking short. Usually when I'm at Walmart, usually at Walmart. Actually, almost always at Walmart. And I even checked. I said I had $15.60, and I spent like $12, and it said I didn't have any money in there. And then the screen came up black at Walmart. Did that little, reboot thing, and came back up. So I didn't have any money on there, and I tried to do a transfer to transfer money into my account, and it didn't work because they were blocking my phone. So I had to walk out of the parking lot to get my transfer to work and to see how much money I had in my account, which I was $2 too short and not $2 too much, which is really weird because I checked it right before I went in. But it's happened to be lots the last couple of years. So I made a complaint with the police officers, and I made a complaint twice with the police officers, and enough of a complaint to pull them into the store. So we're under the camera. Yeah. So a week later, a police officer stops by and he looks at me and he says, "You know what? I want to write you a ticket." I said, "Write me a ticket for what?" "For making complaints and calling us." So I called another cop. Now, to stop and hold that idea right there. So I called another police officer before this little ticket. Was it before or after? It was before. And he says, "I don't care what the fuck you complain about, but if you're not going to the hospital, I don't care, and we're not going to answer you. So if you don't go to the hospital, it doesn't matter." And I'm getting freaking hit all the time with little things. I got wounds all over my legs. It look like this one here is a big freaking chunk in there. And then on the back of my arms and legs. So somebody's just sniping me all over, you know what I'm saying? I'm not fucking kidding. So anyways, the cop writes me a ticket, says, "Hey, you know, don't call us." Anyways, it's Walmart. I don't know if they're tied to Walmart, but I can imagine skimming $2 million off that company should be so freaking easy. Bloop. Oh, we accidentally deleted today's revenue. Which is, I bet you could get to $100,000 in a day easily. Well, they're not. So I went to court, and wow, amateurs. She fills all my paperwork out in Spanish. I said, I can't read that. She looked at me and says, "Then turn it over." It's a good one. It's a good one. Turn it over. Why didn't I think about that? So I turned it over. Still didn't have my name and case number on it, but so I signed it. I did sign my name and case number on it. I said, "You know what?" I handed it in. I said, "I was supposed to come over here and get a red number, and I'm done." I just was talking with the clerk of court. She sent me over here to get a red number. I get a white piece of paper in a foreign language that I cannot read, but obviously the same things on the back. So anyways, I signed it. I never put my name and my case number on the title because she did that on the Spanish side. And I handed it in. And when I handed it in, I said, I want a jury. And they have juries as small as 3 people? No. I've had the judge take me in, like, I've had just the judge as the jury, like, I don't know. Like, how many times I've been to jail? 10? So, like, 8 times. Probably like 3. No, like 8. It doesn't matter. But the judge always convicts me, so I'm saying, he won't listen to me. Yeah, did I do that? Yes, I did that. Of course I did that. Yeah, but I did that because I have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Well, I don't just kick a freaking door in, I kicked the door in because somebody was dead in there. And obviously nobody was dead in there. That was obvious. They had to go to the hospital. They're not going to help, right? That was 5 years ago. This is now. So, going back to now. He said, "I want you in the hospital," and the other guy wrote me a ticket. So I went to the judge and took the judge into the court, and Spanish lady signed all that stuff. I told her that's not right because I can't read it. She said, "Look it over," and that was the end of that conversation. So I signed it, and I said, "Can you," because I said I'm going to take her into court, and I signed it, and I said, "Can you notarize that?" Oh, man. So he looked at me, He grabs the stamp, stamps it, and signs it. I said, "Do you know anything about what that is?" And let me explain how a notary public works. A notary public can't just look at somebody signing that and stamp it. They have to have a witness, first of all, and they have to have you sign their book. So you sign it and then you sign the book. Why? Because 100 years ago, as an example, okay, last week, somebody was just out stamping stuff. So it doesn't matter what's on there or who signed it, it's signed, you know. So there's a special way to sign it so you can check it. And he didn't do that, which a lot of people haven't. It's probably into since I am kind of into that business of land and stuff because I'm a petroleum land man and a contractor. Yeah, but nobody would hire me. And I don't think nobody would hire me. I think they would not let nobody hire me because somebody's working against me. The country India is very big. They have 1.6 billion people, and they own almost everything within eyesight of where I live. That's under the ground. That's a rumor. That's what I heard because I was in the courthouse. And I was like, really? I mean, they own everything? Surprisingly, they're the biggest company out there. So, throw that out. You didn't even hear that. So all my internet stuff's all screwed up. Anyways, going back to this ticket. The ticket is written because I called them too many times. The cops that are down there, I'm not going to call them lazy bastards or egotistical assholes, but I'm going to say maybe he's part of the problem. Other people are getting taken too. I can go through that town, and 50% of that town I cannot get my cell service to work, and I pay a lot of money for my cell service. Yeah, way over $100. So I have top of the line cell service, I have top of the line company, and it does not work. So I go on down to one of the companies. She says, "Well, I've never had cell service down there." I said, "You work in a phone company and you don't have cell service in those areas?" She says, "No, it's always been bad. It's right in the middle of town. That's a block. They're blocking you. You know what I'm saying? They're stealing. You know what I'm saying? Stealing, blocking. They're thieves. That's what I'm saying." Anyways, so the cops don't like me very well. They complain too much. I'm getting hit, shot, drugged, and gassed. That's what I'm guessing. And if you see the white spots here, drugs. And wow, that drives me freaking nuts. Now, other people have this problem too. I was watching this woman. I was walking by, seeing this woman, and her elbows were like freaking scarred up. There's like 50, she wasn't very old either. There's like 50 between both her arms, 50 freaking scars. And I mean, like, except there was no scab, they were all white, reddish. And I'm like, holy crap, how'd you get that? I didn't ask her, and I should have, because that's a crime. Somebody is, they're setting up weapons, and they're firing at people. Now, whether it fires by a walk by, or whether it fires out of the ground, it's a big deal. Or always clothes out on the street. I don't know if I would do that, but it looks good. Anyways, the I'm an aerobics junkie. I haven't done aerobics in like 3 years, but before those 3 years, I did aerobics for straight almost 30. almost, I mean, every week, so 3 to 5 times a week at least. And I always did that, and that's really bad for me because when you go to a aerobics class or something, the women don't like you. I never got one date, It's like, Jesus Christ, ain't no children for me. That was the other thing I heard because I was on Match.com that I never got one date in 8 years. I never even got one email in 8 years. I must have like $7,200 into that company. I got a chance to write a lot and look at a lot. Anyways, I never got a date. After the 3 year, 1 year, and then the 8 years. So I did get 3 dates at first, and then I never got any dates after that. That's what I had to say. Whether or not it just stopped working, didn't work at all. And then on my Facebook and stuff, I'd have these always stupid comments, like people that just hate you. And then when I did say something on my Facebook, the police would cheat. When I did say something on my Facebook, the police of Chief took me to jail and said I violated the nation's da da da. So I yelled at the camera. I told them to quit fucking with me. I said, well, somebody kept vandalizing all my vehicles. Man, it pissed me off. And I mean, they did 3 vehicles, and I was getting freaking mad. Still don't know who's doing it. I told them I was a freaking sheriff, and I know this kind of stuff because when I lived right in the middle of town. So the town's only 3 minutes that way and 3 minutes that way. That's the whole town. So I would go to the other end of town, get a hamburger, and come back, and they would have, sprayed my house or whatever. It was freaking sabotage all my stuff. So I seem to be having the same problem here now, except it's different. So whoever's doing the calls is getting it done. Like I said, a couple of states tried to rip my head off. They'd say it was a senator. I said it was a state. I don't even know how much money they can squeeze out of that. Well, after this week, it's 100% more, so I'm sure they won't be dead. See, that's what I was trying to tell them is once they found out, Anyways, all my problems at one time. So, I am mad, cold, and frustrated, and as I was leaving, not just these drugs, but my leg. They hit my leg, and my leg just started scabbing, just like 4 days ago. It just started, it's all freaking, like, so they're drive-bys, or I don't know what it is, 'cause I can't feel it happen, but I'm pretty sure it's connected to the gym. And I'm pretty sure it might be connected to the vacuum cleaner. That's the other thing I don't trust. And then 2 weeks ago, I'm here in this town. Of course, I'm not from this town, but new people just came everywhere. I mean, it's like so both of the gyms got black guys at the desk. You don't even see very many black people around here. You see black bus drivers and now black people at the desk. But they must have got all the jobs at the desk. Anyways, it's kind of, that's weird. What internet did you use to sign up? Oh, Latino. Anyway, how's your day going? That's good. We got a little rain here today. He's sweeping all garbage up. Anyways, so now that the black guy that's not from here that just got here 2 weeks ago is in charge of the gym, he will know and see everybody's underwear and everybody's, you know, name. So obviously he can remember everybody's name and I can't remember nobody. That pisses me off. Yet then I'm not from here either, right? That's what you call it. A pro position. Back up, we're moving in. All the corners and all the cheap houses are going to be empty. Uh, man,
I almost asked her if I could take a picture.
one's just one.
Does that make me want a Frenchie and carrier? A Frenchie?
Oh, yeah.
She said French. I'm like, you know what?
I actually didn't see
That French vanilla. Is it sugar? French vanilla sugar? French vanilla creamer would have been good. So they kicked me out of the volleyball place where the park was yesterday. The cops came and all that. But what are you doing here? And I'm like, well, I'm homeless.
Oh, you did Chicago?
I don't have a place to stay.
Oh, right. Okay.
And the first cop that yelled at me, I was in my tent. She's like, "There's a place." I said, I don't understand. So I
We're both like
unzipped my tent and got out. She says, "You know, it's